What's going on, guys? Alex here, once again presenting my Independence Day 2 movie review. Now, before I begin, guys, I will say that this video will contain brief spoilers as to what happened in this film, but in correlation to the 1996 original film starring Will Smith, this was a very, very good movie. Now, although, as I stated in my main movie review on my main channel, in case you guys have missed that, the links will be down below, I talked about how there were certain things missing about the film, and the film actually sets up for a great sequel, a possible third film, in which case I do explain more of that in my my main reviews here. But just comparing this film to the 1996 film, I would have to say that this film was much larger in scale, especially with the main mothership that came on by. I mean, it literally engulfed like half the earth. It was huge, a huge monstrosity of a ship, and the battle sequences were amazing. The anti-gravity, I think that sci-fi fans would definitely enjoy this film. Now, I do want to address the people that were, talking about Will Smith and how people were just saying, well, the movie lacked because of, the lack of character, behind Will Smith because he made the first film. I would have to agree yet disagree at the same time, because Will Smith not being a part of this film didn't necessarily ruin the film. I mean, he was referenced and talked about how he, essentially wasn't in the film. Of course, a lot of people already know that he, quote-unquote, died in the movie. And that sucks, because I've always wanted to see Will Smith return. Whatever happened behind the scenes happened in real life with money negotiations and whatnot. But Resurgence is exactly what you would expect, down to the predictable story beats and whatnot. I mean, like, there were certain things that were way too predictable, but there were other scenes that kind of left you wondering, like, damn, like, how the hell are the humans supposed to fight back from this? Now, there were certain plot holes that were deep enough that you can literally just point out and say, all right, well, that didn't really make that much sense. And I think that in comparison to the first film, we saw in the first film in the 1996 version where we saw like the little mini ships and like they were destroying cities and whatnot. This was very similar. I mean, the landmarks were being destroyed. But nevertheless, I think that people are often going to compare this to the first film, in which case I don't think is fair. But I think the movie definitely lives up to being one of the best sci-fi films, in my opinion, over the last several years. Now, again, certain people might, disagree, and they might say, well, it was cheesy, it was really shallow of a spectacle film. I mean, there were certain things that kind of lacked. And I do agree. I think that the movie certainly did lack in some departments, but I think that overall, you guys would definitely enjoy the film for what it was worth, because it definitely brought edginess on over, and it pretty much allowed people to say, well, you know what, like, maybe if this invasion actually happened, it would really be that critical. So overall, I stated in my main reviews that I truly enjoyed it. And before I get into anything else, I will say that, spoiler alert, by the way, in case you guys don't want to know what happens here, just simply pause it right now. Okay, so they go to the moon. There's this moon base, that's presently there on their moon and whatnot, on the Earth's moon. And there were certain things that happened there that I was just like, they were holding all the aliens captive and whatnot. I mean, I understand for what, for the design and purpose of it, but I think that the way the quote-unquote alien queen was introduced and stuff, it was kind of wacky-tacky. Wasn't all that, grand in a way. But I think that overall, having to go to the moon and have moon fights and stuff, it was really cool for what it was for what it was worth. But I think that comparing this sci-fi film to previous others, I think that it was definitely, in my opinion, the most action-packed sci-fi film. I think you guys would truly enjoy it. Don't compare this to the first film, because if I had to say, I preferred the first film just a little bit more because of Will Smith and the story development and stuff. We have an understanding that, once this movie came about, we saw how the ships were, getting in contact, and how, this was plotted since the get-go, and they wanted to find us and destroy the planet and stuff. It's pretty surreal. But leave your thoughts down below, guys, on your overall thoughts and opinions on this film. Did you guys like the film? Did you guys hate the film? And, I mean, if you guys had to change certain things, what exactly would you guys change? Comment down below and let me know. Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I mean, I would have to say go watch the film. It's not bad at all. It's a very fun film. So if you guys enjoyed it for yourselves, leave your thoughts down below. Thank you all for watching. Once again, tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all in the next review, guys. Take it easy. Peace.